because this is the next thing that I get. If this is so critical, Benjamin and Hal, why is it that my current advisor has not told me about any of the things that you're talking about?
Well, I got news for you. You and I both know things change so rapidly. It's difficult for all of us to stay up on what's current and what's available to do. I can't answer your question about why your advisor doesn't know all these things, but I can answer about us. We are constantly in continuing education classes. You and I both attend seminars all over the country to try to keep up to date on all of these. That's what we do to stay current and to find the most cutting edge options for our clients.
So we specialize in this, and I liken it to this. I like the example you used with the dentist, but if we could use one, and this will hit home for most people here of our listening audience, if you had a general practitioner and you went to your general practitioner and you said, you know what, I'm having chest pains. And he said, here's a couple different options that we can do. One, I sort of know about the heart, and I have some equipment that I might be able to use to tell you what's going on. And I'm a general practitioner, so yeah, I probably could cut in there and I could do the job. And it wouldn't be as expensive as if you went to see a specialist. However, I don't do it all the time.
Right.
I'd have to go back and consult some people and read some books and things like that. And then I'll let you know what I want to do. So that would be your general practitioner telling you this. He says, or he offers you an alternative. He says, I know a specialist. This guy's a little weird, but that's all he does is he works with hearts and heart surgery. He's a specialist. He's a surgeon that deals with the problem that you have. And he works really weird hours. And this guy, you'd have to see him. He works at midnight and he works until 1 a.m. That's all he does. And he does this 2 times a week. So if you want to see this guy, let me know now. I'm going to have to get you into him. But he has a 99.9999% success rate on this type of procedure you need to get done. Or you can see me and we can get this done anytime in my general practitioner's office. Which one do you think people would choose or would have the higher success rate? The specialist that does this day in and day out, or a general practitioner?
Well, of course, the specialist, Ben. I mean, my goodness, you're going to want the guy that does, this all day, like you said, all day, all night.
Absolutely. So what we're telling you is you may have a tax person that you work with, or you may have a investment advisor that you work with that are not bringing these strategies up, and that's because they just don't specialize in them. That's when you want to work with a specialist. So here's some more ideas. We know that in 2009, there's a couple opportunities that we have with account values that have been down. This is really interesting. And as a matter of fact, we had a case that we were looking at currently in order to employ this strategy. 2 variable annuities. The annuities are both worth between $200,000 and $250,000. And we know that they've taken roughly they're invested at the same time and they're invested the same way. They've taken about 30% losses on each one. One's a retirement account, one's just a regular annuity. So here's the really neat thing is that if we cash both of the accounts out and we begin a Roth conversion, Hal, do you know what we're able to do with the losses that we've taken on the non-qualified variable annuity?
When you told me this, Ben, that you could deduct those costs, I was absolutely flabbergasted because you were not ever able to do that before.
Mm-hmm. You can take this and you can deduct it against your ordinary income. You can take the full deduction. And here's the neat thing. So if we were going to convert $30,000 a year if you're variable over, if that made sense, it didn't push you into a higher tax bracket, you could in the first year actually convert $60,000 over without causing a taxation issue because you're taking your deduction.
Right, and then that's a big deal, Ben. Keep going. I want everybody to get as many details as possible.
Absolutely. So when I talked a little bit about how to get a bonus on your money all the time, always, anytime that you earn money, we talked a little bit about our hybrid accounts making 10% when the money goes in immediately. And maybe you have one of these guys that runs up to you and says, I can give you a 10% bonus, right?
Right.
Okay, so if let's just say we're in a 25% tax bracket.
Okay.
What if I could take away the 25% tax bracket? So that means every time you earn, you're not paying 25% of your money to the government. What did I just do for your account?
You just took the taxation away, which will make it grow at a much more rapid rate.
Absolutely. And we're going to hammer home this principle because this is how the rich get richer. Everyone wants to know. I'm telling you how. But in a few moments, we're going to have to go to break. I wanted to give the number out again, 800-256-9006. Call during the show. Call directly after the show. We'll do our best to get in touch with you immediately. It's a Milks and Milks Ham and Mega Financial Hour.
I kissed her and she kissed me.
Welcome back to the Milks and Milks Hammond Financial Mega Hour. For information on anything you hear on today's show, call 800-256-9006. Call anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 800-256-9006. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. This is Hal Hammond again. We've been getting a lot of calls during the break, and I wanted to kind of address that. It seems like, Ben, that we are getting a lot of calls for people that want to come in and talk to us, and I want to be very, very clear. Typically, we set a limit to the number of new clients that we can take on. Mm-hmm. Obviously, this program has caused that number to go up drastically. People are hearing us. They say, that makes sense. They're calling in, Ben. We are going to have to limit the number of clients that come into 40 new clients per year. So those of you that do want to take advantage of that, go ahead and call now. If you think you have interest in coming to see us, coming to see the specialists that know these alternative concepts and these safe money concepts, go ahead and call. Our switchboard is open. They will take your call right now. But I just want to be very clear and get a disclaimer out there that we're not going to be able to handle all the calls. It doesn't look like, if they continue on like they are now, Ben. We took on 4 last week of people that heard our program, called in and said, I need help. They came to see us. We met with them, and we've taken on 4 new clients last week. So if you think you would like to meet with us and come, let us see if we can help you. We